a statement that's thrown around almost all the time is money can buy happiness. Money can't buy happiness. Can money buy happiness?
Absolutely.
So are you, when you...
Absolutely. Recently, within the last couple of years, we were working with a international travel brand. And we poured enormous amounts of time and money into this partnership. We made press releases and content and all these different things. And come to find out that the owner is a scammer, misrepresented himself. He did not pay his bill. It's like 140,000 US. I don't know what that is in shillings.
Yeah. 16, Mike?
16 million loss in 1 year.
How did you not go into depression? How did you survive, sir? 16 million?
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? How are you doing? It's your girl Sue Senge, the girl with the golden voice, but you can call me the girl with a plan. Now, welcome to another exciting episode of Biz and Banter, where we talk about conversations that matter, conversations on the money frequency. And so today on this episode, I'm really excited to be seated with, I don't know, I should call you the founder or CEO or a big voice in this industry about sales and marketing. I'm seated with I don't want to say some guy from Ignite Funnels, but I'm seated with Mr. Arias Websterberry from Ignite Funnels. Hi, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Could you please now give these guys a proper intro of who you are before I start butchering you and giving you titles that don't belong to you?
Sure. I am a founder and a CEO of Ignite Funnels, which is a all-in-one business management and marketing software. But before all that, I'm just a kid from Texas who grew up with not a lot of money or connections and figured out how to get into this tech game and make some money.
Yeah. Did you used to have bacon in the morning for breakfast?
Yes.
At home?
Yes, bacon and eggs.
Oh, and you're saying not a lot of money? Should ask around about. You said you've come to Kenya and you've already, before you get into the money conversation, you've come to Kenya, they've given you ugali. So there's people who used to wake up and eat ugali in the morning.
Yeah, in America, we eat oatmeal. So once you have a little bit more money, you eat bacon and eggs, which we didn't always eat. You eat oatmeal, which is just wheat and water. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Now, you've mentioned about something. Now we're getting straight into the money conversation. You mentioned you're just someone, you grew up with not a lot of money. And so what has been your relationship with money growing up? Your personal relationship, not from whom?
It's been tough, actually. You know, my family doesn't have any connections. You know, I lost my father at a very young age, so he wasn't around. My mom had to work multiple jobs in order to provide. So I didn't get a lot of educational money because we didn't really have much to manage. And I think in my early adulthood, as soon as I got money, I was excited, so I spent it real quick.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that money comes and goes. And just because you get some in your pocket doesn't mean that you have to spend it. But I had a tough relationship with money. You know, having a whole lot of it, losing it all, and then making it back.
Yeah. What's the story of coming up again after losing it all?
Honestly, I would say it's probably better to never have had money than to have had money and lose it. Because it's hard to miss something you never had, right? Once you have money, and then you don't have it, there's things that you become accustomed to that you can't afford anymore. And if you're not careful with money, you attach that to your identity, right? You think that you are the money is you. And that's not true. I think that money only makes you more of who you are, good or bad.
Yeah. And maybe the final icebreaker would be what is either an legal or illegal business that you've involved yourself in to get the money?
No illegal businesses.
They won't come for you. They won't come for you. It's a safe space.
Yeah, sure.
Cameras.
Sure. They're always watching. Legal business, when I was young, my first business, I was actually a dog walker.
Oh.
I was 10, 11 years old, and I was walking home from school, and I heard a lot of dogs, but I never saw them. No, I never saw them out on the street. And at the time, I really liked dogs, and I heard on a show that dogs are supposed to be walked like 1 or 2 hours a day. So I got the bright idea. I grabbed my cousin, and we walked around, and we knocked on doors and said, hey, can you give us money, and we'll walk your dog. And that was my first entrepreneurial hustle, right? I didn't really know much about business, but I did realize that there was a need.
Yeah.
Right?
Where did you take the money? Did you buy sweets and?
I don't actually remember what I remember I made a few bucks, a good amount for me. I thought I was rich. And I went home and told my mom.
Yeah.
And she said, where'd you get this money from? I said, oh, I started a business. I was walking dogs. She's like, whose dog? We don't have a dog. And I said, our neighbors. She said, neighbors? She said, you're going to a neighbor's house? She freaked out.
Yeah.
She was mad. She was like, you're going to random strangers' houses and you're asking them for money. They could have kidnapped you or something like that. So the business started and it ended in one day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said no more.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So for us, we are allowed to go to the neighbor's house, but you're not allowed to eat at the neighbor's house because you're going to get a proper whoop. You're going to be whooped. Anyway, now let's get into Ignite Funnels because from what I'm getting is it's supposed to be an a one-stop shop for marketing, sales. Just from talking to Maggie, and she told me about the creators can even schedule their posts and their content and what they're doing. So what was the pain point? Because everyone says, we used to walk barefoot, so I decided to come up with a shoe brand. So what was the pain point of coming up with Ignite Funnels?
Yeah, once I kind of got my business going, I got into digital marketing. The big thing that I was always doing was jumping from system to system.
Yeah.
I use one system to build websites, I use another one to send emails, another one to keep track of client information. And it got expensive. And usually those systems, they don't talk. And whenever something's expensive and complicated, entrepreneurs usually don't use it. And for me, it was really hard for me to keep up with my clients and help my clients grow because most of them didn't know how to use all these systems.
Yeah.
So Ignite Funnels was created in order to bring everything that a business owner needs into one software.
So something that's so blatant also on your website is that it's supposed to be, you can run your business, you can run all your businesses and using one system. So for the information that we have is that all businesses are unique, they're different. So where is the place of having a unique system for this unique business other than having one system for everyone?
Yeah, so it's hard for a lot of people to think that one system could run for any kind of business.
Yeah.
One of the things inside of it is we have what are called snapshots. So whether you run a salon or you're a lawyer or a doctor, or if you're just a street merchant, right? You're a vendor, you sell things hand to hand. There are things in the platform that are specifically designed for them. Or if you want to start an e-commerce brand, you want to sell clothes or merchandise online, we have a whole shop, almost like Jumia, inside of it. So we're constantly developing and building more things in the system that work for specific types of businesses. So no matter what kind of business you have, there's something in there for you.
Oh, there's something in for everyone. So it's not that because I'm selling shoes and that other person is working in maybe procurement or hardware stuff, it's different. It just means there's something that can be custom for you in the same system.
Well, I mean, if you think about business, they all have the same functions, right? I need to keep track of my customers. I need to process a payment.
Yeah.
I need to be able to communicate with them. And I need to be able to follow up, right? And all our systems are kind of rooted in all those things.
Yeah.
You can connect your WhatsApp and respond back and forth. You can process payments and send invoices, and they can pay if they click on the invoice. Your WhatsApp number, email, name, all that information, what you bought last time, it's all stored in there.
Yeah.
So those are the key components that a lot of Kenyan businesses are missing, and if they do have some of them, they don't have the rest of them.
Yeah. I want us to talk about some managing expectation because majority of the times if someone is a 23-year-old Jonte decided to start a business today, they want the business to shoot, like to skyrocket. They want to have 1 million sales and they want to have like stock everywhere. And so everyone is really hell-bent on the growth rather than the stability.
Yeah.
So are you guaranteeing them their growth without the stability? So that means if I come to you, will I get growth and then 2 weeks later, she's not to be found, she left the chat? Or what is it that you're doing to these businesses to make sure that they are not only building businesses for now, but they're gonna be legacies after?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is when you build things fast, they usually break fast. And one of the issues that I found in my life, but also in business, is I didn't have a lot of structure, right? In my formative years, not having my dad around, my mom working all the time, I had a lot of free time to get into trouble. Luckily, I was a decent kid.
Yeah.
But for businesses, if you don't focus on building your structure, if you don't focus on putting in systems, that's where you get in trouble. A lot of young entrepreneurs, like you said, they're focused on making a lot of money real quick and being flashy and telling everybody that they made a lot of money. But if you're not focused on how you can create a business that works without you, you're just creating a lot of stress and problems for yourself in the future.
Yeah. Now, Kenya is a new market for Ignite Funnels, because I know you've been operating in the US. And so now you said you've been around for 2 weeks or 3, the business in Kenya has been around for 3 weeks?
Yeah. Very, very short period of time.
Very short period of time. So what is it that, or what is your market strategy? How are you looking at getting into this market? Because I believe getting into a different market cannot be easy, but if you have the strategy, then you carry the $1 million secret.
So one of our biggest things is affordability. You know, there's a few other softwares that are similar, but they are expensive, they are complicated, they're owned by Europeans, not by people who look like us. So you know, their focus is just to get in and make money, not to really bond themselves to the community and the culture. And that's our focus, that's our strategy. We want to get on the ground, we want to meet people, we want to talk, we want to help them implement systems and train them on it so that they actually use it. A great system is useless if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah, a great system is useless if you don't know how to use it. And I think, so what are you trying? Because for me, what I'm getting is you have a great system, right? So what are you doing to make sure that those people or your TA, your target audience, or your target customer is able to understand that this is a system that is a game changer for you, and this is how you're gonna use it to almost like be to have it as a turning point for your business, really?
Yeah, a few things. So we are hosting workshops while we're here. So we're actually having Kenyan business owners come and meet with us face to face, and not just a lecture or a sales pitch or a motivation session. It's roll up your sleeves, bring your laptop, your tablet, your phone, and let's work. Let's build things for your business right here, right now. We are also building a program where we have young Kenyans that are looking for opportunities that will learn our system and then be able to go to businesses and say, hey, I see you have this problem. There's this thing in Ignite Funnels that can help you. So, I think it's important, the education, but having people on the ground that can actually help implement is the biggest thing. I
also want to piggyback, because one of my other question was, what is actually something that is differentiating you from the other ones? And you're saying affordability. And I think affordability doesn't necessarily mean cheap.
Exactly.
Because once you bring in the conversation of cheap, people think, hey, we're not going to invest there because cheap is going to cost you sometime later. But I want us also to speak about some ROI matters, investment and ROI. When you started the brand or the company, if you're able to give us some numbers, you can, and tell us how much did you put in as investment, maybe in the system, or putting together like a team of people who are going to help you put together the system? Were you the one who were creating the system? And in terms of return on investment, has it been so? Or you've been running some losses?
Yeah, so, most businesses, and this is, again, another thing that's not talked about, most businesses lose the first 3 to 5 years, and that's normal. I think that in entrepreneurship, a lot of times there's this idea that you get started and you immediately become rich,
Yeah.
or you immediately turn a profit, and that's the opposite of what happens in a business that's built properly. It usually takes 2, 3 to 5 years for you to get your investment back. So we are just now getting to that break-even point, and now we're starting to grow, which is why we're able to expand into a market like Kenya.
Yeah. I want us to also speak about the myths, because sometimes people, if you're telling someone you're gonna help them boost their sales, or you're gonna position the brand digitally, because that's where everyone is going. If your business is not online, then Brother Bernard is not around. She left the chat, right? So what are some of the myths or some false ideologies that people have about companies that come on board to help you boost sales and basically operate in this space?
I think one of the biggest myths is that you're going to make it overnight, and that some people do make it overnight. You know, people who see our growth in the next year or two here in Kenya will say that we did it overnight. But I've been doing this for 10 years, and that's typically what it takes, 5 to 10 years for you to be an overnight success. It's the quiet work when nobody knows who you are, when no one picks up the phone or returns your calls, when there are no cameras, there are no interviews, nobody really wants to hear from you. And then once you make it good, well, then everybody wants to hear from you.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest myth. And a lot of young entrepreneurs think that if they're not seeing it early, as quick as everybody else, then they're failing, or maybe they did something wrong. And it's just the process.
Yeah. How many businesses have you been able to work with so far? And give us like a number that you've seen succeeding as compared to the ones that were like, oh, we're not about to do this, and they ended up closing the business or maybe pivoting into something else.
With our system, or just period? I'm asking with our system, or just period?
Basically the system. Yeah, because the system is working for businesses. Yeah.
I mean, the system is being used by hundreds of thousands of businesses globally. In terms of those that have not worked, I don't know if I have a figure for that, but I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure there's plenty of businesses, and it has nothing to do with us. It's you may not have a good product. You may be lazy. You might have wrong timing, right? You picked the wrong business at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But that's why your research is important. You know.
Okay. Now, over the decade, as we wrap up, I want you to also talk to me about a money blunder, a money mistake that you made. That it's almost like a risk that you made, thinking that if this one goes south, it's gonna be messy, but it ended up being a blessing to you.
Yeah.
A money decision.
A money decision. So I had a business called InstaFuel. A business called InstaFuel. I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years ago. And it was designed to help you grow through Instagram. We were doing really, really good. We were making about 150,000 per month in USD. So I think that's maybe 150 million shillings a month. And everything was going great. Had hundreds of clients. And then Instagram changed their terms of service and their algorithm. And within a 60-day period, we went from 150 million shillings down to 10. And what I learned from that is that even when things are good, you also need to be looking at the next thing. You need to be looking to invest into something else so that you can always be ready for what's to come. Yeah.
Even if things are good, you should always be focusing on the next. Oh, that's deep. You should clock that. You should really.
The thing with that is, and it doesn't need to be something completely different, but your customer always has another need. They may need an additional product. They may need an additional service. There may be something adjacent or around it, that can help them in addition to what you have.
Yeah.
And if that main thing falls, well, now you have that to fall back on.
Yeah.
You know?
I've asked about the positive side, but I want you to speak about the negative side, where you took some money, invested somewhere, thinking or having this vision of, oh, I'm going to be a multi-billion person. And then things went south and you said, oh, okay, sawa basi. Next time, we'll try again next time.
I got a great one. Just recently, within the last couple of years, we were working with a international travel brand. And we poured enormous amounts of time and money into this partnership. We made press releases and content and all these different things. And come to find out that the owner is a scammer. He misrepresented himself. He did not pay his bill. And, you know, it hurt, right? Not for me, but also my team. They spent an enormous amount of time making this thing work.
Yeah.
Only to not get much out of it.
Yeah.
And, you know, that told me, one, we need to do a better job of vetting. Two, never put too much into one basket, you know, until it's proven that it bears fruit, you know. So yeah, we've, and I think that was, Vivian, you remember that one? That was, it was like 140,000 US. I don't know what that is in shillings.
Yeah. 16, Mike?
16 million loss in 1 year.
How did you not go into depression? How did you survive, sir? 16 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, money comes and goes, you know. And, you know, one loss, one account, one person, one situation can't break me, you know. And I'm not going to say it wasn't tough, but my dream and my resolve and my goals for this company and the amount of people I plan to help is bigger than one person.
Yeah. Is that your biggest money lesson, that money comes and goes?
Yeah. I mean, money is not the most important thing. It's a close second.
Yeah.
Because without it, what do you do? But the most important thing is relationships. The most important thing is family.
Yeah.
Most important thing is, are you doing something that you love and that adds value to other people?
A statement that's thrown around almost all the time is, money can buy happiness, money can't buy happiness. Can money buy happiness?
Absolutely.
So are you, when you...
Absolutely.
When you're going through the losses of 16 million, you're depressed. When you have 16 million profit margins, you're happy.
Well, that's the thing, and that's there's a line, and I think my early lessons with money taught me this. Like I said, I used to equate my identity with money. I had a lot of money, and I had a lot of people around me and friends, and I worked with Grammy award-winning artists, you know, and did concerts, and I was in Hollywood. I was doing all these things, and then when all that left, the friends left, and the cars, and the houses, and the money, and the trips. So yeah, I fell into depression at those times, but in doing that, I've made and lost money many times. You realize that is just the cycle of money. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. And if you let that be your identity, well, then you never have control of your emotions. You never control your identity because it's external.
Yeah.
Everything that you need is within you. So even when you take a loss, as much as it hurts, you're still here.
Yeah.
And you made it once, you can always make it again.
Yeah. What is your best kept secret in doing business?
Best kept secret.
You can give us two secrets.
One, the shortcut in business, and this is important, the shortcut in business is to do it right the first time. Because a lot of times you cut corners, or maybe you don't want to spend the money, or you try something cheaper, and you know, cheap, you usually get what you pay for, and you end up having to pay twice. So I try to make the investment, even when it's tough, or I don't want to spend the money, I try to make the investment to get the good result the first time.
Yeah.
The second thing is make sure you're saving. You know, make sure you're saving, make sure you're investing into something. investing doesn't mean enormous amounts of money, right? Even in your business, upgrade your equipment. Good people, paying and finding good people to work with you and for you is critical to success.
Yeah.
I'd be nowhere without my team.
Real estate or Bitcoin?
That's tough. Short term, I would say Bitcoin, because it's still rising, but long term, real estate.
All right. If you're to describe to someone Ignite Funnels in 3 words, what would it be? What would the words be?
Efficient, smart, growth.
Efficient, smart, growth. So if you're a business person, you already know where you need to be. And so thank you so much for agreeing to be part of this set. Yeah. And we're hoping that something beautiful is going to be birthed from this. I believe there's some business people who are watching and they would get something from this. And finally, you can give us your socials maybe, because I know nowadays everyone is on the socials and they want to connect. No one wants to connect. Don't send me the email. I'm on Instagram, please. Right?
Yeah.
So give us the handle, your Instagram handle or your TikTok, and then we can wrap it up.
Yeah, on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, it's all Ignite Funnels. And then my personal one is Arias Web.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've gotten something. And for us, you can also interact with us at Urban TV 254 and myself at Sue Senge. Big shout out to the crowd behind the cameras. Leo, Sio, Rakim, na JK peke yake. There's a lot of people. Big shout out to Vivi and Maggie for putting together this. And to all, to everyone. I don't know. What's your name? Wahome, big shout out to you and you? Jesse, big shout out to the team. And thank you so much to you. Until next time, adios.